Am I
Yeah,
audible?
but
Okay. Starting with today's session. So the tools which we will be using in Oracle Fusion are OIC, VPCS, sometimes ADF, BI Publisher, which is available in Oracle Reports and Analytics, and REST services and SOAP APIs. So these will be the tools we'll be working over as a technical consultant in Fusion. Now, coming to the architectural overview of the Fusion. So if you recollect, right, we have discussed the same thing yesterday. So we will have the presentation layer, application layer, middleware layer, integration layer, database layer, and analytics layer. So these are the layers which technical consultants will be working over. So in the presentation layer, we would be building the forms or Oracle Fusion pages using VBCS. In application layer, we will have all the modules which have the core business functionalities and the data, business data. In the middleware layer, we will work over SOA, OIC, SOA, BPM, identity management, etc. In the integration layer, we will have OIC, and OIC consumes cloud services, which are REST and SOAP, and it consumes some files for import process, which is called as FBDI and HDL. FBDI is file based data import process. HDL is HCM data loader. HCM, human capital management. Human capital management relates to the HRMS module. Database layer in Oracle Fusion, a database layer is called as Oracle ATP. This is the naming convention. So in an interview, if anyone speaks about Oracle ATP, you should blindly remember that they are speaking about database. It is called as ATP. Analytics layer, we have OTBI, BI, and Fusion Analytics Warehouse. So OTBI is Oracle Standard Reports, where we will be selecting the subjects and we will project the data in the reporting output. BI Publisher is a place where we can build our custom reports using our own select queries and display the data. Now, integration mechanisms. So the Fusion exposes uh, multiple data transmission using integration. So in Oracle Applications R12, we used to call it as interface. In Fusion, it is called as integration. It cannot be called as interface. So OIC is the PaaS system, platform at service system, where you can work and interact with the data and modify the data. You will have access to the ATP database and you can transform the data and mold the data as per your business requirement before transmission to Oracle Fusion. So, how we can work in OIC? So OIC provides standard adapters which are pre-built by Oracle, and the adapters are ERP adapter, REST adapter, SOAP adapter, DB, FTP, and etc. There are like around 100 or 150 adapters available. Now, what is an adapter? So let's, if I take an example of Oracle application here. So for extraction of the file from FTP while working on an interface, what we used to do? We used to write a shell script, connect to the FTP, extract the file, and place it in our server. Correct? So there, we used to work on manual process of writing the code, writing the shell script. Whereas here, a standard adapter. Adapter is a, something which helps you to connect to a third party server. So they have, it is standard, it is available just like WinSCP. In Oracle integration itself, we have an FTP adapter, and it's all about just connecting the, just a minute guys. Let's wait for a couple of minutes. I think team members are facing some issue in joining. Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
audible.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. So now about adapter. So the default adapters are already provided by Oracle. It's just we need to share the credentials with Oracle and it will by default connect to your end server. Bro. Now, what are the capabilities of OIC? So OIC has a tool Oracle has provided for OIC. It is called as ICS. ICS will have internally two tools. One is OIC, second one is VBCS. So in OIC, we'll work on integration. In VBCS, we'll work on building the Oracle Fusion pages, web pages. Now, in OIC, most of the time we'll be working on four adapters. One is REST adapter, second one is SOAP adapter, third one is ERP cloud adapter, fourth one is FTP adapter, and if we have the DB connectivity with us, the fifth one would be the ATP adapter or database adapter. So these are five most important adapters which you will be working on throughout your Fusion career whenever you start with integrations. Are we clear till here or any questions on these adapters? Considering no. Now about SOAP adapter. So SOAP adapter is used to connect to the Oracle Fusion to extract the reports data. Earlier, we used to extract the data from different modules also, but Oracle is ending up the um, permissions or rights to the SOAP services. Instead, Oracle is going through the REST APIs. So REST APIs are our API, which is a secure protocol and can connect to the different modules to extract the data and process it in Oracle integration. So now extraction of the data from different module in the sense, let's say if we have purchasing related data and we need to extract all the purchase orders from PO headers. Oracle provides a default REST service which can extract the data from PO headers. Either you can extract all the records on one shot or extract individually. Now, how we can check the REST service in Oracle is they have shared us a URL. So this is our documentation where we can check each and every REST service. Let me go into this. Are you able to see the cloud website?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the base URL. Here you'll have everything, every supportive documentation on all the technical stuff a technical consultant is working on. So here, if we want to get the REST services related to the financials, just click on financials here and we have API and schema. Click on the APIs and schema. And here we have the REST APIs and the tables views of financials. So if you are stuck up with any table, you are not able to get the find the table in Oracle Fusion. We can just go to the schema and we can get whatever table we are looking out for. And here REST API for Oracle Fusion Cloud Financials. So if you click on this, you will have all the list of REST APIs. See, REST APIs for banks, REST APIs for bank branches, and if you keep on scrolling, right, you can find all the various REST APIs with Oracle. So invoices. I hope everyone are aware of AP, payables module. So here, if you can just check, right, this is a REST service where we can get all the invoices. So now, how to test a REST service? So at any point of time, if anyone asks you to find out a REST API, we'll go to this website and we can find out the REST API. And currently we do not have the instance. So I'll just show you a sample on how we can test a REST API. So here I have taken this website as the sample REST APIs, and this provides like sample APIs to initially start with REST API testing. So here we have a request, and in this request they have provided this to test. I'll copy this. There is a tool called Postman. Postman. Throughout your Fusion career, you will keep on hearing about this as a technical consultant. And whenever you want to test a REST API, this is the only tool we can test with offline. It is just a downloadable freeware. You can download it and you can start using that. Here in the request, they have shared me the HTTPS URL. I'll just copy it here and click on send. When we do that, here as an output, we are getting some data,
Yeah,
correct?
sorry.
This in
I'm
Fusion, go ahead.
not able to like you're sharing the Postman screen or like only we can able to see only browser actually.
Okay, let me reshare. Is my screen visible?
Yes, no.
Postman?
In the browser RESTful API drive, is
No,
it?
orange color. Orange color. Create account. I'm
Yeah, yeah.
showing create account.
Now I can able to see.
Okay. So this is how the Postman icon looks like in our system post installation. I have kept it on the top. So here in the browser, as I have shown, I have copied a request, correct? So the same request I'm using in the Postman to test. See this HTTPS API RESTful API dot dev by objects. So whenever I'm clicking on send button here, I'm seeing some data, and this is not called as data in Fusion. This is called as payload. So these terminologies you have to remember, and you should be able to mention it whenever you are being asked any question in any form after you joining. So this is called as a payload output. So whatever you see in the response, that is payload output, and whatever we provide in the uh, See here, as a request that is called as payload input. So the payload input, we provide it in raw tab, and under raw tab, we should be checking the JSON. So the Postman supports JSON, and JSON is easiest um, data entry mechanism available in the market over the text, JavaScript, HTML, and XML. More than all this, JSON is much easier to learn. I'll cover this on how to write the JSON in future. Are we clear till here?
Yes.
Okay. Here in my example, I have 5 services. One is list to list all the objects, to list one object by IDs, or to list a single object. Now, keep a note of one thing. In Oracle database, we work on CRUD operation. CRUD is create, retrieve, or read, U for update, D for delete. In REST services, we have the same operations. So create. So we create the object using post service. We update the operation using patch service. We delete the data using delete service, and we can retrieve the data using get service. If the meeting ends up, just rejoin the session. So are we good till the service point of view on what services we will have in REST services? So these are the 4 methods available while using the REST service. And these will be the 4 services you will be working on. Here you will see like around 6 or 7, but still most of the times you'll be working on get, post, patch, and delete. Now let's work on a single object service. Here, what is 7? So whenever I'm putting 7 here and clicking on send, it is showing me the data related to ID number 7. So in any REST service, we will have some default parameters which can be uh, queried upon using them. So when I'm taking of 7 and clicking on send, I'm able to see all the data. See 1, 2. We have multiple records with different ID numbers. Just like whenever we select a table in Oracle database, in REST service also, whenever we run a service without any parameter, it will extract everything. Now, if I want to see only the data related to ID, I'll just put a slash and enter 1 and send it. You are able to see only one record. So this is how REST service works. Now, if you see the post method, here they have given me the same service, but you can use a post method by entering this payload. Input option in the input payload screen, I'll enter the payload in REST in JSON code, and I will click on send, and this will be inserted into the uh, objects table. So 405. There are also some errors which you will be going through whenever you use the get, post, delete and patch operations. So here it is saying method not allowed. So since we are seeing some sample REST service, there could be some issue with this, but normally this is how we uh, put the input payload and create a record in objects in this example. Now, in the same way, Oracle has shared you like all these REST services. And for invoice, if I'm taking as example, this will extract the invoice related data, all the invoices, and this will extract only a single invoice using invoice ID as parameter. And to create an invoice, this will be a service. This is your service URL, and in front of the first slash you will have your https address until.com. And for the payload example, you can just jump to request here. Underneath that you will have an example payload. See, example request payload. Using this we can configure our request payload and we can communicate with Oracle Fusion while creating an invoice. Please let me know if I am fast, or you can hold if you have any questions. You can stop me there and ask me questions. Are we good till here?
Yeah.
Anyone? Okay. So this is to create an invoice. This is to delete an invoice. While deleting, you cannot bulk delete in REST service. You can delete invoice by invoice only. Oracle did not provide bulk delete option because on deletion, it will be a permanent delete and you can't get back the data which you have deleted through REST service. You should always be careful while deleting any data using REST service. It is auto commit option is there here, and you don't need to exclusively commit like you do in SQL database. So this is a service used to update an invoice, and the update also works using a parameter only. So this is a basic context of how REST service will work. Now FBDI. FBDI is whenever we want to load bulk data, like huge amount of data, Oracle has provided a mechanism where you will enter the data in a CSV format using Oracle template, and that will be uploaded into Oracle UCM. UCM is just a server, just a storage place where your files with data are stored for Oracle to access and read the data and write it into Oracle. So once we store the data in UCM, we will trigger an ESS job for import. So if I compare Oracle Fusion with Oracle applications, in Oracle applications, we have standard import programs, standard interface programs, where on running the standard interface program, it will pick up the data from interface tables and it will push them into base tables. In the same way, here in Fusion, there is a standard ESS jobs. On running these ESS jobs, it will look at the files in UCM repository, it will read the data, and it will push into Oracle Fusion. So these are 4 steps. And so this is a common architecture on the data flow for FBDI through OIC. So in OIC, first we will go to the FTP file server. We will read the files and push them into Oracle ATP. So once the data is in Oracle ATP staging tables, Again, we will create the data in interface table post validating the data in staging tables. So this two-step is common between application and Fusion. So most of the times in Fusion also the data is flown through only ATP whenever you are using the integration, because transformation of data is mandatory, and to transform the data ATP database is necessary. It's not like we can not transform in Oracle Integration Cloud, but most of the times we transform in Oracle ATP only. And ATP is also used for audit purposes on what data is being transmitted and what is being failed and how many records have been transmitted in a day. So these all audit related purposes they will use. Now, once the data goes into the interface tables, the OIC reads the interface tables data using ATP adapter. So once ATP adapter reads the data, the CSV file in FBDI format is created, and we will load the data into interface table. So interface table is once we place the file CSV file in Oracle UCM repository, we will run a ESS job, load data into interface tables. So that ESS job will push the data into interface table. And then